So let's see how to create an assignment. You want to select the Create button, and the top option is Assignment, giving your assignment a title. And I don't think instructions are optional. The more information that you give the students, the less they'll ask you questions. At the bottom now you can select Add or Create. If you select Add, you can insert something that you've pre-created in your Google Drive. You can add a link, adding a file. You can add a YouTube video if you want your students to watch something. Let's look at the Create button. When you select to create, it gives you the option to create a Google Doc, slide, sheets, drawing, or forms. I'm going to select a Docs. Now you'll want to give it a title. The reason you would use the Create button is if you don't have something pre-created within your Google Drive. I'm going to close out of here. Now here's the important part. When you look over here to the right, it says students can view file. So that means that they would have to make a copy of their homework. Students can edit file. If you selected that option, then you would have all of your students in the same file at the same time. So I think the most important one is to make a copy for each student. Coming down the right column, you can choose which class you want this for. If you choose all your classes, you can now differentiate which student you want it to go to. If you just choose one class, then you can just choose the specific student that you want to get that homework. You've set up the grade categories in your settings, so now's a good time to use those grade categories. Give it a due date. Remember to use the topics because it helps to filter your students' classwork tab so that they're not overwhelmed with too much work. If you've created a rubric, you can add that now, or you can come in here and create the rubric right within the lesson. And here's also where if you want to check for plagiarism, the originality reports, if you check that, it will check for plagiarism. Up at the upper right, you can assign this now. You can come down and schedule it for a later date, or you can just save it as a draft. I'm going to select to assign this. Students will see the assignment in their stream immediately. Let's select Assign. Coming down to my reading category, here's the assignment that I just created.